For this lesson, we're going to be looking at constant of proportionality in tables, graphs, and equations. So the constant of proportionality is also known as the constant rate of change. Let's take a look at the different examples that we have. So in this equation, it shows a proportional relationship between the number of donuts in each box at Bluebird Bakery, X, and the total number of donuts, Y. So we know that every box is going to have 12 donuts. And 12 is our constant of proportionality, and it can be represented with the letter K. Let's look at the second one with the table. So we're going to be looking to see how do these numbers increase in our table. So I'm looking at my X column, and I see 2, 4, 6, 10. Well, I see that skipped a step. And I see 30, 60, 90, 150. Again, we skipped a step here. So when we're looking for our constant of proportionality, we're just going to use the first values that we have here for X. So from 2 to 4, I see that as a plus 2. And from 4 to 6, again, it increased by 2. Let's look at the Y's. I see from 30 to 60, that increased 30. And from 60 to 90, it increased 30. So we always do our Y over our X is going to be equal to our constant. So looking at my Y, I have 30 over 2. And we always want our constant of proportionality to be in simplest terms. So 30 divided by 2 is a 15. So I can say for this table, the constant of proportionality is 15. And there's my answer. All right, well, let's look at the next table. X is 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, it skipped 4. And Y is 3, 6, 9, and 15. But since this skipped 4, we're not going to use that second value. So I'm looking at my X's now, and I see it increased by 1 between 1 and 2. Between 2 and 3, it increased by 1. The Y's increasing 3 to a 6 is plus 3, and a 6 to a 9, again, I keep moving my chart, is a plus 3. Remember, our constant is going to be equal to Y over X. So the constant is going to be equal to my 3, what I'm finding, how the pattern, over 1. And we can just write it as K, the constant, is equal to 3. Either one of those would be correct. So what happens when you have a table? Remember, when we looked at lines, we are going to do rise over run. And rise over run is the same thing as saying Y over X. And I'm looking at my first one, so I'm going to look at my Y value, and it's at up 1, and then I'm going over 1. So I'm going up 1, over 1. And it is a 1 over 1. So I have, for my K for this problem, it's just a 1. Looking at our next graph, we have to be careful because the intervals are different. Notice the X interval is by 5s and the Y is counting by 2s. So again, I'm going to do rise over run. So I am going to go up to where I'm at my 10, and then I'm going to go over. And when I go over 1, notice it's not a 1, it's a 5. So looking at, here is what I've done. I have gone up to 10 and over 1 space to where it's on the grid mark, but that is a 5. So my constant is going to be a 10 over 5, rise over run, and that constant in simplest terms is equal to a 2. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.